Hey friends, welcome to what is called Ixion. As far as I can tell, somewhat a frostpunk in space. Which sounds fantastical, but let's see what happens when we get into it. Games presents DOLOS A.E.C. European Spaceport, Norway, July 13th, 2049. Oh, hoping it's better than that Callisto protocol. Gonna stutter to space. I don't know what any of those words mean. Who's Nihei? And is Batista gonna come out and Batista bomb us into safety? I don't understand. Yeah, y'all might want to leave the area that's about to be barbecued. The hell? You definitely would be doing that at T-minus 30 seconds. Oh yeah, that makes slightly more sense. Still not something I'd bet my life on. Yes, open the garage door with 10 seconds left to go. Some very bouncy music. Very bouncy. Thanks for the boost. Get it? Because they're boosters. Zoomy mode activated. This music is way too bouncy.
Tiqqun to EMV share. You have clearance for final approach. EMV share. You have been assigned to Tiqqun docking bay.
Alright. That's neat.
Welcome on board,
Well,
passengers.
thank you. That is very dark.
Shuttle EMV Sharon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized.
Munchies.
Message to
Text
crew
spear.
members. Welcome on board the Tiqqun.
Oh, thank you.
Property of DOLOS Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future.
Don't do anything until we tell you to do a thing.
I am Eden,
Oh, hi.
the personal assistant installed on board the Tiqqun. In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tiqqun's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and DOLOS colonization tests.
Okay. Why, thank you.
Administrator,
Now what?
I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally.
I don't care what you wanted to do.
I'm DOLOS' cryonics lead. Marduk council member
Are you
Giovanni
eating
Batista.
on a phone call?
So, let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tiqqun, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a
Proxima
brief
Centauri,
survey
you
of
mean?
local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back.
Yo, this motherfucker's eating on a phone call.
In order to achieve this,
You need to stop
you'll need
it.
to familiarize yourself with the Tiqqun's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tiqqun following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center DOLOS' focus on the Tiqqun. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tiqqun back in one piece.
Dude.
Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay?
No, you need
One
to
last
shut the
word
fuck
of
up.
advice.
Pissing
We
me
don't
off.
all think like Veneer DOLOS. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
Oh, so you're an asshole as well as a dickbag, as well as a fucking clowns are us car. Got it. Chewing in my ear, telling me what to do, thinking he knows better. Get the fuck off my screen. Chewing in my ear. Ooh. Alright, now that I'm not being interrupted, Ixion features 3 different player views: the interior, the exterior, and the planetary system. You can switch between them via the bottom right corner, which we did. Camera controls are spans, zoomies, and rotations. That's basic. Same thing, basic. Pan zoomies, yeah, all basic stuff. Buildings are the core element of the station and help fulfill the crew's needs. They also transform, store, and transport the resources required to maintain the Tiqqun. Buildings have to be constructed. Constructing a building requires resources. All buildings cost a varying amount of alloys, and some can also cost electronics. Buildings require a certain amount of power. Activating a building increases the number of workers within a sector. Increases the required number of workers within a sector. To operate active buildings is essential to maintaining station safety. You can activate and deactivate buildings to alter how many workers are needed. Available buildings can be accessed from the internal construction menu button or by pressing C. Buildings can be placed down as long as they don't overlap. Rotations must be connected to a road. Buildings can also be dismantled by clicking the corresponding button. Accessible from the interior construction. Dismantling a building will refund its alloys and electronics cost. When your building has been placed, the construction process begins. Stockpiles transport stuff. Then the workshop builds the stuff. Okay, basic stuff. Roads can be built and destroyed by clicking the corresponding icons from the interior construction. Roads cost no resources, which is good. Even though you only have one sector available at the beginning, the Tiqqun station is divided into 6 sectors. Sectors contain constructible areas of the station. Each sector is independent and separated by a gateway. Sectors can be accessed by panning the camera left or right, or by directly clicking on the mini-map located on the bottom left corner. Okie dokie. Resource management. Top is total, bottom is probably sectors, what this is saying. We got population, stability, work conditions, power, batteries, and water. Okay, basic. Unlock sectors. You can gain access to new sectors by manually overriding their locking algorithms. Well, that sounds like I'm not giving a shit what anybody's telling me what to do, and I'm doing my own thing, and I like that. You can access each sector quickly by selecting on it in the wheel. Battery charge is displayed. Alright. Resources. Some resources are raw and must be industrially transformed before they are utilized. Iron into alloy, carbon into polymer, silicone into electronics, hydrogen into power, ice into water, and then waste can be recycled. Alloys used for building and Tiqqun maintenance, used for spaceships and solar panels, electronics for advanced, food to feed, obviously, cryonic pods to gain crew member, and science points to gain new technologies. Resources need to be stockpiled. Stockpile can only store one type of resource. Really? We're going to be that kind of way? Why, though? Why? That's dumb. Don't do that. A stockpile cannot interact directly with another sector. You will need to transfer resources from one sector to another via the resource management panel. Click a resource in order to select which resources in the stockpile should store. Supply lines allow you to see which buildings are dependent on the selected piles. Supplies have been left by DOLOS to finish construction, yada yada. We're taking care of that. Each stockpile has a dedicated number of vehicles, starting at 5. Transport moves resources from stockpiles to locations requiring resources. Intra-sector transports cannot go to other sectors. Inter-sector transports will only attend to resource transfers between sectors. Flow of time. Okay, that's all basic. Alright. Alright. So we got limited space to work with, and that's okie dokie. Let's work it out. What do we got? We got the Constructo bot. We got a small stockpile. We got a spatial majig. Why is there a red line? You can't cover the sector thing? Oh my god. Is that 2? That's 2. Okay, so 2 on each side, except for some dumb fuck decided to put the docking bay right up in the middle of the road like an asshole. Was that 9 by 9 and this is 12 by 9? By 3, 3 by 6. Alright, seems like some clown decided that they were gonna go ahead and just make things as epically difficult as humanly possible for us. We got whites, and we got something that looks like blues. Get these whites out of the way. What?
I have established a connection with DOLOS's lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Alright. Well, she can wait. I got shit to do today. Can you switch? Oh, you can switch. Okay, that doesn't make it as bad. I still find the whole thing tedious, as it were, with the stockpiles only doing one resource. It's real dumb. Real dumb. case I hadn't made a mention of that yet. Alright, since we need the space, let's go ahead.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tiqqun, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station.
You'll have
My name is Emma
what I
Crane,
give you.
Dolos's lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool,
I don't
the
give a
DLS.
shit what you did.
The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation. As is often the case with tools produced by my department, I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there is a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, he believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven.
You do not.
His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being reported by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council.
We're in space,
the
baby.
Collective interests and
I don't listen to anybody.
Administrator,
this is the open sea. By telling me I gotta listen to them. Administrator Tiqqun's crew members are currently unable to access food supplies. Noicon protocols direct the construction of a mess hall. This building is designed to distribute food from our stockpiles to the crew, guaranteeing access to food supplies. Yeah, I guess that would be a good idea. Tiqqun's crew will communicate to you via DLS events. A number of options will be present, allowing you to choose the response to the crew. A magnifying glass icon represents a DLS event. These can be exploration events on the planetary system or crew requests from inside the Tiqqun. Crews and crew requests inside the station will affect crew's trust in your command. Your actions in response to your crew request may affect their trust in you. Well, that's not a surprise. Food is basic, people eat it to survive. Oh boy. Bet you didn't see that one coming. You, get off my screen. I don't fuck with you. No, get out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. There's a little gap here that we could use. I can dig it. I don't even know what half these buildings are that I'm doing. I'm just building them, or resources are, even though I don't even have them yet. I'm just making sure I have the space for them. Alright, I need this to be moved. Or that to be built, I should say. What else do we need? We need that factory. Really could use a medical bay, which slots in nicely right there. I was wondering how that would play out. I'm like, what happens if you destroy the buildy thing and you don't have another buildy thing? How do you build a buildy thing if you don't have a buildy thing? Hello, the answer was given to me in the form of not giving a fuck. Oh, available 25 of these doodads for a science ship. Heisenberg. Alright, alright. And then a cargo ship, sure, why not? Okay. Given the roads, all the zoomies. Down here is where I'm going to put. I guess I could break that down for the moment. What?
I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member Henry Bargeville.
Great. Another one of these assholes gonna tell me what to do today.
Bonjour, Administrator.
Oh, wow.
What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think?
That went deep.
I'm
Quick.
Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most
The
of all
beast?
member of the Marduk Council.
The
I have
beast?
taken
Ah,
the
lobbyist,
liberty of
okay.
personally arranging an exchange
I was like,
out
alright,
of
self-proclaimed
courtesy
beast
with
over
the
here. I
Ocean
can dig it.
A ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtangites. Even so, they are a small organization. The Ashtangites are important partners who
Yeah,
share
breaking
the same
expectations.
pragmatic,
Didn't go to the moon
moralistic,
first, I went to
and
Mars.
spiritual
Now
outlook as we
what?
do. The Oceanabe will provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tiqqun's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tiqqun, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that DOLOS wishes for them to share in our successes.
I don't give a shit what they
Please
want.
assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic kinetics. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern.
What the fuck does that mean? Okay, heavy accent crazy guy, please go away. Some crew members are lacking quarters. During human history, unnecessary homelessness has always been an indicator of civilizational decay. You're telling me. It is not... It is not the best of... Ooh, that's nice. Nice and tight. I like it. Problem is this one coming up. We're gonna have to roadway that. Boop, boop. And the roadway that in. Okay, we got it. We're getting there. Science doodads. What do we got? Oh, that's a lot of upgrades. Technology tier 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Alright. Unknown. There was an unknown update, or upgrade. Research all level 1 technologies. Okay, so we gotta research those 3 things to get to the next level. That doesn't get me to my science ship. Space interactions. Science ships allow you to interact with events on the planetary system. Yeah, I'm figuring that out already. In order to retrieve resources for the Tiqqun, you will need a fleet. Your fleet is composed of cargo ships that transport resources and mining ships that extract resources. Fair enough. Population, yep, okay. That's basic stuff. We got that. The UN has established a facility on Mars. The crew are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault in their oxygen supply system. They have submitted an official request to DOLOS for aid, in exchange for resources, in exchange for research data, or refuse to help the facility. Well, that's fucky. I would never leave somebody out in the void, vacuum, whatever, of space. Without proper reasoning, anyway. I'm sure people will give me pause and consideration to eject them from the space, as it were, before long. If my math is correct, I'm going to need one more.
Ship team has completed a task.
The oxygen supply system has been repaired and the relationships between DOLOS and our competitor has improved by 42%. Well, that sounds good. Oh, you gotta stick around to collect the science? Alright. Grab that science, son. And then let's go to the moon, because we can't go to... I mean, we could go to Uranus. But it looks like Jupiter and Neptune... don't have anything either. Neither did Mercury or Venus. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do then for the meantime is we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna slurp up the rest of this shit.
Administrator,
what?
A new request awaits your attention.
Reports are being received related to Bargeville Clane optimization protocols on board the Tiqqun. They have indicated that crew members are being overworked. Although DOLOS employment contracts make it clear that a high degree of flexibility is required, the situation is beginning to take its toll. It will be pragmatic to deploy additional crew members or to reduce the number of concurrently active workplaces. Request more bodies, hell yeah. More bodies, cryo bodies, silicones, priority system, okay. We've arrived at the moon. The base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational and could be used to restore power. We've reached the UN base. It is abandoned and depressurized. The surveillance system is still operational, awaiting your orders. Hacking into the surveillance system, the Heisenberg's team will access the base's control system and retrieve any confidential data. Yeah, that seems legit to me. I need more houses, but I need these assholes to move out the way.
A science ship team has completed a task.
We hacked into the main computer system as you ordered and retrieved several relevant research papers and data sets. Dismantle the base and prepare. Give me the good goods, I guess. man, it is just really tight. I could build more of them, but I figure why.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Alright, what do you want? Base has been dismantled. Although most equipment was damaged, we were able to prepare some usable resources for extraction. Fair enough. Grab that science for me, little buddy. Most buildings need workers in order to function. However, if a sector doesn't have enough workers and its inhabitants' work condition will deteriorate in order to keep facilities running correctly. Work conditions are based on the total number of workers needed in active buildings to run the sector. The number of fit workers present in the sector, injured or starving crew are not able to work. That makes sense. There are 4 levels of working conditions: optimal, extra hours, overworked positions, and danger zones. Technology and upgrades, kind of figured that out already. We're good there. We're good there. Got so many alloys right now, I don't know what to do.
Administrator,
What?
I have an incoming transmission from DOLOS' head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Well, that's fantastic. I also don't give a shit. What does this do to add another wall building? Alright. Get my little spacer out of the way there. That'll get rid of some of the excess alloy we got going on. Not that, you know, I want resources to disappear, of course, but alright, what?
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, DOLOS expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive.
Doubtful.
My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vol engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tiqqun's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
It would be wise for you to get off of my screen because you told me nothing that I needed to know.
Generation. Sector 1's power demand has overloaded.
Yeah, I was here for it.
Stanford
Thanks.
teams recommend that you construct an external
Probes.
solar
The Tiqqun
panel to
has
boost
little visual
overall
equipment to capture the
electrical
vastness of
output.
space. However, points of interest and resource deposits can be found by launching probes. When scanning map, higher signal readings indicate you are likely to find something. Greater chance of finding something interesting. In the case of asteroids, dark green bars indicate some asteroids in the field are in range, while light green indicate that all are in range. Okay, cool. External construction, yeah, we're working on it. A sector becomes specialized in a discipline when it has a certain amount of buildings of the same type. Specializations give you bonuses that support the associated sector. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, and then power, we just blew up our power. It was not ideal. Was not paying attention, and I deserved it. That is back online, baby. Yeah, you can get out of my face. That's building that. Now we can see what the science ship was doing. Signature trace from an EKP system has been detected near Saturn. EKP technology is exclusive property of DOLOS, while records indicate that the company has not deployed any missions to the sector. Signatures will soon enter the atmosphere of Saturn. Well, let's investigate that bitch. $105 houses. Alright. Got 105 people in space. That's pretty impressive in itself. Insect farms. Oh, our research. So now we have the next ring of stuff. No upgrades? I guess not until we get to tier 2. Sure, why not? Seems like having resource production might be the way to go next. How am I gonna handle this? Not ideal. Either way, I'm going to do 2 spots. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah, let's take that back. Power you on, yep, looks good. Auto build probe, sure, why not? Yeah, that's perfect right there. Housing block. Alright, we got a positive food flow. That's still working. Ooh, I like that. Current average production covers 50% of meal requirements. Boom. Boom.
A science ship team has completed a task.
A prototype rocket sent by the UN seems to have used a variation of EKP. We have stripped it down, and recovered the schematics. Cool. Is there anything to probulate? Something there to probulate. Retrieved all science. We just gotta wait for that to probulate. Oh, external construction. As I read the main objective up there in the corner. Let's build that boy out. Come on. Boop.
Administrator,
What?
because of your continued successful management of the Tiqqun, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies.
Fantastic.
Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centauri. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Why are you all under extra hours? Good lord. Trying to get that to optimal was a pain in the ass. Food supplies are dwindling despite claim control protocols. Some crew members have become aware of this and they are worried food will soon run out. Make a public commitment to increasing food production will quash any simmering rumors about your management skills. Well, that's fair. I guess having a bigger surplus than expenditure is wise. By proceeding beyond this point, you are breaching the terms of your contract with Dolos. Further actions can and will result in summary dismissal. Open rat back door into administrator terminal. Gibberish. Attempt to contact the hidden Dolos station Outer Hope. Tiqqun Station, this is Marduk Council member Rabia Noikand. You are not authorized to interface with Outer Hope. The purpose of this facility is to allow Dolos to continue with the development of its most highly classified projects, far away from the prying eyes of our competitors and media conglomerates of Earth. Do you not realize that the whole world is watching you at this moment, and that your presence here could jeopardize the entire operation? I'll be filing an official complaint with Vanier himself, unless perhaps you can do something for me that may change my mind. Cargo ship will be transport 30 alloys to Outer Hope. Yes, don't be a snitch, you bitch. And if I only have 105 houses, I'm going to need a lot more. Probably one more if I'm guessing.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Thank you, Administrator. Now leave. I will ensure that Dolos issues a public statement that rationalizes our contact here at the edge of the solar system. I'll placate Vanier for now, but you'll need to explain your actions in due course. You might have heard we're working on the next iteration of the Tiqqun, the Protagoras. The Tiqqun's operation must succeed if we are to achieve our goal of bringing humanity into the new era. Trust in genetic kinetics. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern. Ugh. Okay, that must be like their mantra or some bullshit. Back to the Tiqqun, because I don't see anything else for you to do. Guess that was what I turned the construction bot on, huh? Fucking idiot over here, aren't I? I can't do waste for some reason. To be able to manage waste, the right policy has to be selected for the sector. That kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, looks like I was right. Boom, on the housing.
Administrator,
What?
The different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were
So
successfully
you
completed.
say...
You must now start the full bonding procedure. DOLOS protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge,
do they?
and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centauri.
Like I was just
Before
sassed
you
by a
do
robot.
So, Vanir DOLOS, Marduk Council founder and DOLOS CEO, wants to talk to you.
Okay. I'll bring it
Hello,
on.
Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history.
If you say so.
You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now
Okay.
at its epilogue. It saddens
Okay.
me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like DOLOS who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it, the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through DOLOS, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tiqqun is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history.
Oh my god, guy.
Do you recognize why I have done all of this?
You have a giant fucking
Having
ego?
foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that
Giant
would
fucking
bind
ego
together
with a
this
bondage
magnificent
kink?
ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief, but at least I can rest assured knowing that my legacy will endure for eons.
Oh, it's one of those assholes. Okay.
Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light and the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
I could carry a cup of coffee. Now please fuck off with your egomaniac bullshit. Gotta move this big boy to the moon. Zoomy modes activate. Alright, so I think we're ready to leave. People are starving for some reason. Even though I have only 75% coverage. That would explain it. That would rightfully explain the problem. Okay, well I don't have the alloys to deal with that, so that's a whole nother problem in itself. And I got nothing left to do, so away we go.
In accordance with Ralph Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tiqqun before Volt Jump initiation.
That seems legit.
Full engine.
Commencing the jump. Spinning up the zoomy modes. The chevrons are locked. Let's enter the Stargate. Oh, stretchiness. Okay, that's different. We have entered spaghetti space. I'd say licorice space, but I hate licorice, so black spaghetti space it is. We're and I dubbed the BSS, Black Spaghetti Space. Dolos, okay.
The Earth.
Yep.
Our home.
As a nice Earth,
unique.
you might say. Round. That haircut is extra, son.
Ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival.
Wow.
Beyond the safety of comfort.
How do I crank up the douchebag by 1,000%?
We have learnt, persevered.
I would like you
from that
to make a video of myself with a video inside my profile.
Humanity has brought destruction to the Earth.
Because I think I'm that important.
Blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world.
Your message is fine.
But the Earth is not
your
to be
video
our grave.
is
A mother does
well
not wish
and
to see her
truly
children
beyond
disappear with
extra.
her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children.
No,
to carry on.
we're not her children.
Dolos
We're more like a
this courage.
parasite or a cancer, to be
We
honest.
have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tiqqun Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together,
Dear
pushing
God,
further
man.
into the unknown. We
Dude
set sail
sniffs
on
his
this
own
new
farts,
sea
100%
because there is hope
guaranteed.
to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars.
Jesus.
I give you the Vol engine.
Oh. And since you know we're in shaky hand cam mode, nothing is about to go right. Yeah, who'd have guessed that, right? We blew up the moon! Or I guess we blew up part of the moon. Either way, that's gonna be problematic. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. I think that ends the prologue, as it were. So, I'm gonna take a break. We'll be back to continue in a little bit. So in the meantime, y'all stay safe out there, and have a good one.